What's up, everyone? Coach Tony here. In this training, we're going to break down which dual enrollment courses to take for the spring semester. If it's our very first time meeting, my name is Coach Tony, former UC Berkeley admissions reader, former UCLA outreach director, and actually founder of a high school where we actually dual enrolled all of our students at the local community college. So the topic today is very close to me as well. Too. I've been involved in this kind of topic for a very, very, very long time now. It's one of our big things we encourage students to look into. And once you understand, hopefully you do the same with your family as well. So we're going to talk about dual enrollment today. We'll talk about what it is for those who don't know what it is. And for those, and once you do know what it is, here's what to take. So it'll be a very tactile training for you guys here, or tactical training for you guys here. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen really quick. Those who are joining me live on Zoom, can you guys see my screen? Just to make sure we are good. We're going live to 130 people, almost 130, 129, 128 people. Can you guys see the screen? So we're good. Fantastic. Cool. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk first about what is dual enrollment. So for some people, dual enrollment, right? Some people do not know what dual enrollment is. So for those who are new, dual enrollment is taking college level courses as a high school student, right? Typically, these are community college courses. Oops, didn't work. Typically, these are community college courses, right? It could be a 4 year too. So keep in mind, some people could take like a 4 year class, like a 4 year school and do as well too. It's fine. You can do that. I don't think you need to though, is the key, right? And keep in mind, one thing people are going to ask you, but my school doesn't offer, doesn't allow, doesn't let me as well too, right? So one thing to keep in mind is I always tell families to keep in mind that your high school counselor is trained and paid to help you graduate from high school, right? As well too. To my understanding, right? Most high school counselors are not paid to get you into college, right? Or paid extra to get you guys to college. If they do, that's great, but they're not. That's not part of their job description. Is usually how it is, right? We are paid to get you guys to get to top schools as well too. So keep in mind when it comes to dual enrollment, right? Do you need dual enrollments for high school? Probably not, right? Not for high school, but right, this is for college admissions. So let's kind of take a step back first. We can understand what that means. Okay, so when it comes to the admissions process, right? Admissions process, there's three categories that are really important to get right in this journey: your academics, your activities, and your application itself. These are three things that any school you apply to, they're going to be looking at these three components. Today, we focus on, again, the academic section, right? So classes will fit under here. When it comes to academics, specifically, most people think that GPA is a huge factor in the admission process. I'm going to tell you guys today, no, it is a factor, but is it the most important factor? Probably not. So the thing that you want to understand that are more important then GPA is going to be grade trends and academic rigor, right? Grade trends is basically the story of your grades over time. And then the rigor is how difficult was your schedule is the key. So that's the two things that readers will be trained to look for in your application itself. Okay. So where does dual enrollment kind of fit in this? This will fit under the rigor, right? The reason why, this is why you see people take like AP level courses, IB level courses. Sometimes you see like honors courses as well too, right? And dual enrollment will fit under this bucket as well too. So these are all honors weighted courses. So they're a little more challenging than a typical high school regular class, right? But the big thing of colleges want to know that you're ready. You're ready for the college at the college rigor at their school, right? Because again, college is hard. No one really warns students that, but college is definitely tough. So they want to make sure that if they say yes to you, you're gonna be okay once you come to their school as well. So that's the biggest thing why these are very important to get right. And the reason why I really like dual enrollment, so why dual enrollment in the first place, right, is a few facts. Number one, dual enrollment classes are typically only one semester, half a year, right? As well, too, right? I'm gonna do a note here, right? Because some high schools, right, treat dual enrollment as a year-long high school class. Some of you may know this. You're like, oh yeah, my school offers that. They offer as a full year level course taught by a professor or a teacher at their school. This is not the definition we're going to follow today. The reason why is this is just a high school class that they give you college credit. To fully utilize the benefit of dual enrollment, these should only be one semester or one term or one semester only. If your school brings it into a full year, I question that. I question that. Not saying it's bad, but you could do more with the same time. That's kind of the big takeaway, okay? Because the thing is, it's one semester college class is typically equal to 1 year high school long class, right? The actual math, if you guys are curious, is one college unit, right, is equals to 3.3 high school credits. When you look at any college class out there, a typical class, it's about 3 to 4 units, right? 3 to 4 units as well, too, which will get you 10 to what, 13 units credits, high school credits as well too, which is a year, right? And 10 credits equals 1 year, equals one high school year is a thing. So these one semester counts as a full year long course, and because it's weighed honors. Whereas because weighed honors, this is why we tell students this is like almost like literally the same weight as an AP level course. All right, is number one. The second benefit of doing a dual enrollment class is if you do dual enrollment, right, and you pass the class, meaning you get a grade of A, B, or C in the class, you automatically get college credit, right? Unlike AP or IB, you need to pass the exams, right? AP exam is out of 5 points. You get score of 3 as passing, but some schools require more than a 3 to actually get college credit. The IB is out of 7, so you need a 5 to pass, but sometimes you need more than a 5 to get credit as well, right? The AP and IB exams, you need to pass a test to get the college credit. For the dual enrollment, it is a college class. So once you pass the class, boom, you are good to go right away. Okay. The next best part, I'll put the categories so fast. So perk one, number two, right? Perk number three is most of these classes, most dual enrollment classes are offered online, even asynchronous online as well too. So it's almost like a self-paced level course as well too. So again, a lot of our students are very busy because you are very busy as well, right? That may it's hard to kind of travel to and from the college to do classes. But a lot of dual enrollment classes are offered online, so you can go take it online. You're good to go. It's self-paced. A lot of students actually like that approach as well. So you got to submit their homeworks by Fridays or every other week or whatever the professor's schedule is going to be is the key here, right? And by far, my most favorite perk about dual enrollment, you get to pick your professors, right? How is it so fancy or so worthwhile? Parents, your kids probably telling you, "Oh, I don't want to take that class. I'm scared to take that AP class." And then they don't give you a good reason why, but you find out, oh, it's because by that really hard teacher teaches that class. And as high school students, right? One class is usually taught by one teacher, so you don't have a choice. If you want to take that class, you have to go through that teacher, which a lot of students are very scared of. Some teachers are known to be very tough, is the thing. In college, however, one course usually has 3 to 5 professors teaching it, right? As well too. And you get to pick your professor as well too. So you get to pick who you take in the class with. What does that mean? That means there are hard professors, right? And there are easy ones as well too. Fun fact for everyone, college readers do not see the professor's name. So we don't know. We don't know if your professor was easy, if your professor was hard. We only see the college class name and the units and the grades you got in the class. And that's it. That's all we saw on the other end. So if you can see what this means, right? That means spoilers, right? Try to find the easiest professor you can take. And that's what we're gonna do in this call is to break this down for you guys so you guys can understand what it looks like. Okay, so that's kind of the high level understanding of dual enrollment. Let's get a little tactical. This call is gonna be a little tactical call for you guys. You guys can apply it. The reason why. So I asked earlier what community college you guys next to. I saw IVC. So when you look up schools, right, and you see their enrollment dates, look at this is IVC, Irvine Valley College, for those of you guys in Orange County, as well as you guys. Look at the priority group for high school students, November 17th. Depending on when you're watching this video, it's either coming up very soon for you or you passed it. So hopefully you didn't pass it. It's coming up soon. That this benefits students who, again, who are planning early is the key because it's happening right now. This is a very time sensitive topic. To search for this, to look for the school name, class schedule. Registration is what I looked up as well too, right? So I read in the chat, look up, so steps, let's go through steps real fast. Steps, right? Number one, college registration, right? Once you do that, you can figure out when the timetable to register the class is. What you need to do, you need to get your high school counselor's signature on this form, right? As well, too. You can ask your counselor; they can help you, or you can go to the community college and ask them for a form as well, too. Spoilers: a lot of states are very pro dual enrollment, right? As well, especially if those of you are in California. Anyone here in California, drop a yes in the chat if you guys are in California as well. California is very pro dual enrollment as well too. So out of all the states, this is the most friendliest dual enrollment state out there that I know of as well too. So yeah, I got a lot of yeses as well too. Cool. So that's gonna be a big one. You need your counselor on a form on a dual enrollment form because you're still a high school student. You're not a college student yet. So either your high school has the form if they have no clue what you're talking about, which they're lying, they do know. If not, you can go to the community college, ask them, hey, I'm a high school student. I want to take college level courses. What form do I need to fill out? They'll send you the form. You need your counselor's signature or your principal, right? Counselors or principals signature on this form. Okay. I'm gonna give you a trick, right? Don't abuse this because a lot of counselors are gonna get mad at me, right? As well too. I'll keep in mind, right? Again, go back earlier. What I tell you earlier. Keep in mind that high schools, right? High schools are not very pro dual enrollment. Counselors, like I'm talking right here, right? Counselors, that's right here. High school counselors want you to stay on the high school campus or only take high school classes. The reason why is in case something goes wrong, they can jump in and save you. But when you go to community college, you're no longer under your high school. You're by yourself, right? You're going off and taking a college level course as an independent student as well, too. So that's why counselor is not very fond of this option, right? So I would definitely ask nicely to have them sign on it. If they don't, if they don't, keep in mind, this is the ultimate ninja hack. Ultimate ninja hack. If the counselor again, ask nicely a few times, ask the principal nicely a few times. If not, offer to pay for the class as well too. I have yet to do this for 16 years now. I've yet to meet a counselor that has not been able to agree with this condition as well too. Because again, usually what happens, the high school is paying for this class for you. That's the reason why if they approve you, you know how many other students they have to approve for this as well too. But if you offer to pay for the class, and FYI, right, currently one college unit is a roughly like $50. So if you take a 3-unit class, right, typical 3-unit class, 4-unit class is $150 to $200. Even cheaper than a bunch of those online high school classes that get you credit as well too. That you have to take another AP exam too. So This is a great option for you guys if you guys are interested. Again, don't use this move right away. So I'll ask nicely first, but then you can always ask for it. And again, I have yet to meet a counselor that said no to a parent under this condition as well. All right, so look at registration. Make sure you guys are signed up. All right, so now what do we look up? That's the real topic of today. It's called what classes do we take? Right, and let me do a quick little lesson first, right? So there's a class that most students parents typically, right, go for the major related classes. Like for example, in the chat, anyone here interested in computer science, right? Drop a one in the chat if you're or engineering. If you're engineering or computer, drop a one in the chat. If you're a science like a STEM, biology, pre-med, drop a two in the chat as well too. If you are like a business student, drop a three in the chat. If you are like humanities or like a law or art as well, drop a four in the chat as well too. All right, so in the chat we have all four numbers represented in the chat as well too right now, right? So what most people tend to do, they tend to take a class in their field, which is again, it's not bad, it's not wrong either, right? Because again, usually in high school they don't offer every class available to you. So what you can do, you can take, oh, my school doesn't offer computer science. Let me go take computer science. My school doesn't offer business. Let me go take a business class, right? I mean, I love art. Let me take an art class as well. When it comes to these things, the reason why we recommend not to do this, right? The reason why we recommend not to do this is that most of these classes tend to not transfer out is the key. It might say it's transferable, but it's not real. I'll show you in a bit why, how you can double check that as well too. So a lot of classes do not transfer out. So if you're doing it, if you're taking it, it's fine because nothing wrong with it, right? It's solely to demonstrate that you're interested in that field, right? So you take like a business 101 class. You're just doing it to demonstrate you're interested in business. You're taking a computer science class, you're doing it for that. But that's it. That's the only leverage you have with that class there. I like to work as efficiently as we can. If we can do double dip, triple dip, I want to do that for you guys as the key, right? So I would not recommend this right away. Instead, right? Again, depends on which state you're in. I'm going to speak for California. If you're not from California, you can find this on your own as well too, as well. So instead, you want to look up. It's called IGETC or Cal-GETC, right? They're both the same thing. IGETC was the name for it before this year. Law schools are rebranding it. This is the more like universal name now for it. The Cal-GETC classes. Every class on this list is transferable to all the UCs, all the Cal states, and a lot of private and out-of-state colleges as well too. Okay. And by the way, if you're not in California, so not in California families, you want to look for transfer articulation. Transfer articulation courses, community college courses as well too, right? So search that up. Every state has their own. I think Illinois, one of our students, they do it. It's called IAS as well too. So they all have different like names from, right? So you go ahead and search this up. You'll find it for every state has this, by the way. So in California has this, the IGETC or the Cal-GETC. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look it up. So again, let me look at a school that someone posted up here. One of the schools I see, Sacramento City College. So what I'm gonna do, go Google, right? Sacramento City College, IGETC, right? So boom, look at the first one is right there. It already automatically Cal-GETC for me. So I'm gonna click the first one, and then you'll see. I have to go click through it. Cal-GETC, boom, there we go. So Cal-GETC is the Cal-GETC is a set of requirements that's transferable to all the schools above, right? The schools above, the colleges above I mentioned. So looking at the list right here, you'll see that the Cal-GETC requirements category one, which is English. Category two is math. Category three is arts and humanities. Four is social behavioral sciences. Five, physical sciences. Six, ethnic studies as well too, right? And then let's pick another school. You have to see another example. Cypress College. Cypress College IGETC, right? They still call it IGETC over here. So you click on it, you'll see not on this page. Next tab, second tab. Not here either. Next, third tab. Cal-GETC. Requirements. There you go. See, you click a few buttons, right? So again, same thing for Cypress College, right? Here's area one. Here's area two. Here's area three. Area, lot of threes. Area four. Big four is big too. Four is big. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. Here's five. And here, oh, five is big. Six as well too. So you see, like every school has the Cal-GETC, I-GETC requirements as well. Okay, so that's to be the first one. So you want to look it up first, right? You'll see that there's areas 1 to 6 in this section. Okay, so what we like to recommend, our recommendation for all students, do not care if you're engineering, do not care if you're computer science, STEM, business, humanities, or art. We recommend all students start in area 3 or 4, right? The reason why, when you go to college, right? So from high school, college level, college year 1, college 2, college year 3, and year 4, and then you graduate, right? It's from college, right? Graduation. What happens year 1, year 2? Does anyone know what happens year 1, year 2? College year 1, college year 2, year 1, year 2. You are, for every major, boom, prize to Susan, right? You're taking your general education classes as well too, right? And then no matter what major you are, your first 2 years, you're taking your general education courses. You're redoing high school, redoing your math, your English, your history, your science. Fun fact, what does a GETC stand for, right? Whereas GETC is the General Education Transfer Curriculum. That's the GETC part. IGETC standing for the intersegmental, and that's like multiple schools. And then Cal is California now. So that's the, you guys know the full language, right? That's like, you don't take your major year 3, year 4, year 3, year 4. That's your major classes. So you don't do your major. So for all you guys who are freaking out so fast about trying to declare a major right away, you're not even going to declare a major till you're at least 20 years old, right? You have more time to kind of figure it out, take the classes. Who knows? You might switch majors. Fun fact for everyone, 80% of students switch majors at least one time. I switched 5 times, so I'm part of stat here as well too. So that's a common thing. Okay, so that's gonna be the dual enrollment option. I will start in area 3, area 4. That's another example. What other schools is on the list here? West Valley College. West Valley College. Cal-GETC. Look it up. First one. Boom. Here we go. Right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. So what I'm gonna look at area 3 or area 4. So I'm gonna open up 3, open up 4, and there's a bunch. You guys can see there's a bunch of classes that's offered here as well too. The class you take from 3 or 4 that we recommend does not matter to me. Pick whatever class you want as well too. So area, but I'll share some of our students' favorites. Area 3 is arts and humanities. Humanities as well too. So a lot of the easier ones, by the way, it's gonna be art, music, theater classes, right? You can take a lot more. You can see there's a lot more than that. Where is it? There's a lot. There's architecture. For those who want to do architecture, that's a very fun one. But a lot of art ones. There's music classes. Keep in mind, this music's not like playing music. It's like music theory as well too. Intro to theater. I actually took not this one, but a class like that. I then use watch movies all day. It's actually pretty cool. That's all too. So that's that. Humanities. There's a bunch more. You can take sign language, English. I don't know if you want to take that unless you love English as well. There's probably a lot of writing in these classes. Ethnic studies are a really fun one. Language classes, history, philosophy. So tons of classes here as well, right? So again, pick any class from area 3, area 4, and area 4. The more common one, this is the social and behavioral sciences, right? The ones that our students like take is anthropology, psychology, and sociology. So open again, pick another school just to keep playing around. Contra Costa College, Cal-GETC. So I can show you guys live what we're doing. This one, nope. Next one, boom, right? So you see here for this school, by the way, I'm switching tabs. Can you guys still see what I'm showing? I'm going through a bunch of different tabs right now. Everyone's still seeing yes in the chat if you guys are good. Awesome, cool. So this one, here's area 3, right? Here's area 3 classes. Here's the area 3, area 4, right? So this one has again, something they don't do the full name. You can kind of understand. This is the anthropology. This is economics, geology, sociology. Laura Z, don't know what that is, but you can look it up. You can Google this school. What school is this again? I forgot. Well, I just looked. Contra Costa. Contra Costa Laura Z 110. I'll tell you what the class. We'll do it live, right? I don't know what this is. I'm gonna look it up. Contra Costa College. Types class name. La Raza Studies is what it is, right? And then here's the class. La Raza Studies. Oops, that didn't work. 10, you can look it up over here as well too. All right. So going back, right? These are just the ones we recommend. You pick whatever class you want. Any class works as well. That's kind of the first kind of high level, right? So these are classes we like to recommend. Once you finish, once you finish 3, 4, right? Area 3 or 4, then you can expand to the others as well too, right? So you can go up to 1 or 2, 5 or 6, whatever order you want after that, because again, 3 or 4 is probably the easier one. By the way, that's the reason why we start here, because it's the easiest A as well too. I don't know if you guys want life to be hard or not, but that's usually we like to make life easy as possible as well too. So that's gonna be the key here, or easier, not easiest, easier A's as well. Okay, so that's gotta be the first category over here. Okay, then let's say you finish that, you do that, and then once you finish that, that's kind of first set. Then you expand to the other ones as well. Another option, number 3, actually, next option is if, right, you can finish most of the Cal-GETC courses, right? What's next, right? What's next as well? Some people are starting early. Okay? We have a lot of ninth graders. If you take advantage of this, actually, let me do a quick little fun thing for you guys. I think parents, you guys will like this part if you guys are parents of ninth graders. If you're not a ninth grader, you might be a little sad for, for a little bit. But, all right, what's the payoff, right, of this concept, right? So let's say example is you take one class per semester starting in ninth to 12th, right? So you have what? Fall, spring, summer, you can do 2, right? And 2 classes per summer, right? So fall, spring, summer, that's ninth grade. Times it by 4, that's 16 classes, right? So 16 classes times like 3 or 4 units each, right? So you get what? 16 times 3, is that 48? 48 units, or 16 times 4, that's 64? 64 units as well too. Am my math good? 16 times 4, don't want to look silly. 6 times 3, times 3. All right, my mental math is still good, right? So it's 48 to 64 units. What does that mean? Every 30 units is 1 year of college credits. So if your child started in ninth grade and every semester took 1 class, over summers took 2 classes, by the time they finish high school, they get between 48 and 64 units as well too, right? If your child gets 30 years, they apply, when they apply to college, they are applying as a first year. This guarantees them all 4 years in college. You're not forced out early. You get to stay 4 years and finish your education. If you're applying as a first year, is a thing as well too, right? However, once you're accepted, your units kick in. If you come with over 30 units, your student starts as a sophomore, which means potentially they could graduate in 2 years, which means Coach Tony saved our family $40,000. You're welcome, friends. That's what I'll do. If your student has 60 plus units, right? It doesn't matter after that. It doesn't give you extra years after 60. 60 is like the limit for schools, right? Then they actually, sorry, it was my master graduation in 3 years. Sorry, I got too I got too excited. I got too excited. Graduate 2 years. This one, 60 years. They can graduate in 2 years by the time they're 20, right? And then Coach Tony just saved our family $80,000. Holy moly! If you want to buy me dinner. If you guys want to save all that money, buy me a car as well too, right? So really, really cool things if you start early, by the way. So this is like one of those, like if you understand it early enough. If not, it's okay. No worries. You can always get this one. 30 years still, right? Especially if you're a sophomore, this is still doable as well without stressing your kid out as well too. That's the key. But going back, once we finish, right? Once we finish most of the Cal-GETC courses, what's next? The next set of classes I recommend after, not before, after. There's something called assist.org. So really quick in the chat, you guys gave me colleges. Can you guys give me majors? What majors is your child interested in studying? As of right now, their minds may change, is the thing. But if you guys want to go ahead and drop like a major in the chat so I can kind of understand that as well. Okay, so you guys dropping. So I'm gonna kind of assume, right? So assist.org is pretty cool. If you guys go to assist.org, it's a site. Okay, this is a California site. So going back again, this is for California. Other states have one too. Other states have a similar one too, right? So keep that in mind, right? So assist.org, what it is you get to do the articulation between your school and the school you want to go to next. So let's say I'm at, what's the other school that was on our list earlier above? Moore Park. I see Moore Park. Moore Park College, right? And then we pick what school we want to go to. Let's say we want to go to UCLA, right? We want to go UCLA, right? And then at UCLA, so you put in your community college, right? And you put in the school you want to go to, right? And you pick pick the major that you're thinking about doing. And by the time you're doing it, you're getting close to senior year, you pretty much have a good idea. So on the list that I asked you all to share your thoughts, I see a lot of bio. Let's do bio. So going back to our assist.org, let's say we are a biology major. So on the left side right here, look at biology. There's a biology major. Click this, right? What this looks like. So you see on the left side says UCLA. On the right side says Moore Park. It means when I scroll down, there's 2 columns, right? The left side is the class to be, and this is more lecture for those who don't know, right? To be a certain major, you need to complete, right, your requisites, can't spell requisites, or your pre-major classes. I misspelled prerequisites again. Prerequisites, right? And the second one is gonna be your major classes, and then something elective major classes as well too. But to declare your major, guess why? Going back, you don't declare your major till year 3, year 4, because your first 2 years you're doing gen and prerequisites pre-major, right? During the first 2 years as well. So going down again, right? We can finish, we take, where is it? Where do I go? Where did I go? All right, you can take the pre-major classes too. So that's what these are. So for whoever's, let's say you're in Moore Park, you want to go to UCLA, the left side is as a biology major at UCLA. To declare as a biology major, I had to take these classes: Chem 20A, 20B, 20L, 30AL, 30A, 30B, Math 3A, 3B, 3C, Math 31A, 31B, 32A, Life Science 30A, Life Science 30B, Life Science 40, Stats 13, Life Science 7A, Life Science 7B, 7C, 7L, Physics 5A, 5B, 5C, Physics 1A, 1B, 1, actually these are choices, A or B. Pick one of those. And then Chem 153. That's a lot of classes to take. That's why you take it to declare major, right? But what does this mean? This means, if you go up again, right, to instead of taking these classes at UCLA, I can take these classes at Moore Park, and it counts as the same thing. So instead of doing, when I go to UCLA 20A, B, 20L, 30AL, I can take Chem 1A or, right, and Chem 1B, if I take these two classes, I get the same credit as all of these. That's the same thing as if I take an AP exam and pass with a certain score, I'm gonna get whatever. But let me show you the cool part. What that is by the way, is AP validation, right? So let's say you guys want to go to UCLA, right? UCLA AP validation, use Google AP validation, right? Let's say you took a biology class. This is it. You took a biology class as well too. I'm trying a better one. There you go. Let's say you took a biology class as well, right? If you took a biology class and you passed with a score of 3, 4, or 5, right? So you took an AP bio. You said, Coach Tony, forget your dual enrollment. I'm gonna take the AP route instead. I'm like, you go do you, boo boo, right? And you take biology, AP bio. You take the AP bio test, and your child gets a 3, a 4, or a 5. They passed. At UCLA, a 3, a 4, or 5 is good. It will get you credit for life sciences, no courses, 8 units. So you get 8 units of life sciences classes. But when you go back to our sheet, these are classes. So even though you got 8 units, it meant nothing. When you go to UCLA, you have to take your 20A, 20B, 20L, 30AL again once you get to the school. Versus if you follow Coach Tony, you're like, oh, let's have my child take Chem 1A, Chem 1B. If you go back, let me look up Moorpark, Cal-GETC, right? You look at this, you're like, oh, 25. You're like, Coach Tony, my child's gonna finish 3, 4. They go into 5 right here. They took, this is what, Chem 1A. Look at that. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I can't look so fast. Here we go. Chem 1A. Chem 1A is an IGETC approved course. Chem 1B right there as well too. I can take those two approved IGETC courses and I'm done with 4 classes at UCLA. So when I come to that school, I automatically got credit for these 4 classes done. Holy moly. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? Drop a yes in the chat if that makes sense for you all. That you can take this and it transfers automatically. No need to take an AP exam. Don't stress out your child for no reason. That's all too is the key, right? So that's what assist is. However, little note though, the reason why we do it at the end, because you're like, Coach Tony, this is so good. Why not we start here? Why don't we start our kids here? Let me show you why, right? So another time, assist.org. What's another school, guys? What's another school in California? So what other UC school do you guys want to go to besides UCLA? What's another UC you guys want to go to besides UCLA? In the chat. Irvine, right? I see Irvine. That was the first one. Sorry, too fast. the chat was too fast. All right. Oops, not Concordia. I want to go from Moorpark to UC Irvine, right? View agreements. Again, I'm also applying as a bio major. So you see here, actually, there's a lot of bio major. Let's do biological sciences, I'm assuming, right? When you scroll down, look at this, okay? You see how for UCLA, Moorpark, I could take Chem 1A, Chem 1B. But when I come over here, oh look, my 1A, 1B counts as well too. So that's a doable class. But the thing is, you'll see that as you go through these and we look at every school's prereqs are different. So the strategy, by the way, for those who are going to get this far, right? The strategy for assist, right, is to look up all of the articulation agreements, right, between the two schools and take only the common ones because there are going to be classes that one school offers that the other school doesn't. I'm trying to find one real fast. If I can find one. Math, probably an easy one. For UCLA, they only require 16A, 16B, 25. 16A, 16B, 25. 16A, 16B. Oh, no, that's not 16B. You see how this one, there's no 16A at all, right? So in this example, for UCLA, they are asking you to take a 16A math course, right? That UCI, they don't need. So that's like one difference as well too for you guys, okay? And that is the training for you guys. Again, a quick little recap, right? A little recap, right? Recap real fast. Recap number one. We love dual enrollment, right? We love the more you understand it. We love it. Tons of perks. You get to achieve the same rigor, so do more work, less time. Number two, it automatically gets you college credit. You don't need to take your AP exam, so your kids don't have to stress out about the testing as well too. And you get a lot of college credits done when you get there as well too. If you are going to take classes, right? A Cal-GETC, again, or state equivalent, whatever your state equivalent is, start here. I would start with Cal-GETC courses, right? Oh, I forgot one thing. Everyone. The most important thing, right? The most important thing, right? So these are the classes, right? So let's say, for example, I want to take, go back, Moore Park. I'm like, Coach Tony, let's do this. What school is this? Moore Park. I'm gonna follow you. Say, Coach Tony, I'm gonna take, let's say, I'm gonna take, Sociology 110, right? So this is Moore Park right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Moore Park class schedule because not every class is offered every single semester. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to look at the classes, right? And you're going to filter. Spring is out already. Look at that. Spring's out. So I'm going to look for sociology, right? And then it's 110. Oops. Moore Park. Don't have numbers yet. So there you go. Course number 110, right? And I'm going to search. Hope they don't have it yet. Hold on, let me go back real fast. Oops. New search, sociology. I'm gonna tap the number. Search. There we go. So I'm looking at 110. Look at boom, 110. Okay. So now these are all. Let me make it a little bigger. People say it's too tiny, a little bigger. These are the classes that's offered at Moore Park if you're taking sociology 110, which is the first class. Where is my list? That's the first class. You can take any of these classes, but again, why make life hard? Just pick the first one, right? So that's that. So now any classes count. First thing, these are in person, right? You can look at it. The building is a humanities building. This as well too. Plus, this is during a school day. I'm pretty sure your school won't let you leave school for this class, so we can't take one of these two classes, right? But look at this. This class number 3, all the way down, are all online classes, right? So holy moly, we can take these classes. All right, cool. Now, if you look on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, ninth column, there's an instructor row, right? Not every professor is built different as well too. So what we're gonna do, and I think Courtney, you read my mind. How do we know which professors take? Right? There's a magical website, RateMyProfessors.com. You go here, you type in your school name. This is Moore Park. So whoever in Moore Park, lucky you, right? Moore Park. And then we're gonna type in, oopsie, hold on. Moore Park, and you type in click the school, right? And you type in the professor's name. So now we go back here. Who's the first onlineable teacher? Fratello, right? We look at Fratello. Oops. Oh no, I closed the tab. Fratello, right? And Claire, is that her name? First name Claire? It is Claire, right? Fratello Claire. Boom. Look at this. It's like Yelp. It's like Yelp, y'all, right? So you can see the number of 5-star reviews. Here you can see the difficulty, and we'll take again. Here's the magical formulas. This, you want disproportionate 5s. This one, because it's like mix of everything. I don't like that. Difficulty is out of 5. 5's hardest. 3.3 is pretty high. So I prefer 1s or 2s if you can. We'll take again, how good are they? You want to max this up 80, 90% if you can, right? And down here, you read the reviews as well too. You can see, these people did not enjoy the class as well too. You can kind of see the reviews here that way. So far, I am not fond of this teacher, right? Next, Fry Dry CH. Fry Dry CH. Next one, this one, better, right? The ratio looks better, more 5s. Difficulty, a little lower. Take again, 80%. So far, it's better. I don't like the fact they don't have a lot of reviews though. So that's kind of back in my head, right? I wish there was more, is all. But looking through, not that bad. Comparatively, this one's probably better than the other one. So far, this one has the winner. I'd go next one. Myers, Carey, Myers, Kareth. Ooh, look at that. I think we struck gold. Right? So number one, you see, I meant disproportionate 5 stars. 45 and everything's a lot smaller. And even the next one is 4. The rest is like tiny ones, right? Difficulty, I said, as close to 1 or 2 as possible. 1.4, you can't really argue there. We'll take it 94%, 60 reviews, not bad at all. So going down here, this teacher, one of the best professors, kind, courteous, caring, rigorous though. Keep your attendance as well. Nice, doesn't present, rambles a lot. Again, no one's gonna be perfect. You gotta go through and kind of see as well. Some not good ones as well too. You gotta go through and see kind of, okay, cool. So they're not bad, right? So I'm gonna keep going through. So what I do now is once I filter, so taking notes here again. So once I filter the classes down teachers, I want to go to RateMyProfessors.com. This is for anyone, not even just California. This is like everyone now. And you want to look for, again, the 5-star reviews, the difficulty low, the we'll take again a lot and read the reviews as well too. Then sign up and go ace your class. And that has been your masterclass on the dual enrollment. So that hopefully that was a lot helpful for you guys in this session over here. Again, our goal is if you guys watching this time sensitively, hopefully very soon. The reason why I did this training now is enrollment's coming up very, very soon for you guys. So definitely start looking now. Have a few different options so you can take a class. And then again, if you take a semester class in the spring, it adds a year worth of rigor to your schedule now. So if some of you are like, oh man, I have classmates who are taking more APs than me this year. If you take a college level course, it stacks on, it'll create that rigor for you guys there. Okay. There's a few questions in the chat as well. I'm trying to do a little bit of Q&A and we'll take it there as well. Someone here, I told some of my students, by the way, if you want to drop your question in the Q&A, it's probably because chat's been going a little wild for me as well too, but go ahead and drop in the Q&A. We'll do a few questions. I told some of my students to take a summer Chinese 1 class community college after they finish Chinese 1 with me in 9th grade. Later told them when I apply, take after sophomore year will count. Yeah, so but you're basically repeating. So let me do a little screen. I think this might help understand. So okay, I'll do a bonus tip for you guys. Language classes. Let's abuse language classes. Language language tip, right? If you are applying to top tier schools or law schools in general or in most states, you need to do the foreign language, the language other than English requirement, right? It's typically, I think, 2 years, but 3 years recommended. That's kind of what schools do. So like example, kids take Spanish 1, Spanish 1, 2, 3, and they're done. That's kind of how the people hit the requirements, right? You can't, by the way, you can't do like Spanish 1, French 1, because that's the same class. That's the same year as well too. So you want to do, it has to be sequential years. Okay, so that's the high school version. This is the high school version, right? High school version, right? Is that. However, right, one thing you will have noticed, if I go back to my Moore Park real fast, if I look at let's do Spanish 100, right? They call it Spanish 100 there. So if I go back to new search, Spanish 100, search. How many credits is it? You guys see the math? 5 units, right? So college languages are typically 5 units. Again, remember the conversion I taught you guys earlier? 1 college unit is equivalent to 3.3 high school credits, which means 5 units is equivalent to 16.5 high school credits. If we know that 10 credits is a math class now. If we know that 10 credits is 1 year, 16.5 is roughly a year and a half years of high school language, right? So here, I'm about to blow your minds, right? If we take, let's say, Spanish 1 at the college and Spanish 2 at the college, that's what? 5 plus 5 units, 10 units, which is equals to 33 high school credits. That's the same thing as 3 years of language. So in one physical year, like literal year, right? Fall and spring, summer, fall, you can get 3 years of equivalent language. So the person who asked the question, I'm assuming you're a teacher, right? You taught them Spanish 1 at the high school, they got a year done, but you have them take Spanish 1 again, Chinese 1 again, they're repeating the same year. So the advice, I would tweak it, have them take Spanish 1 with you, have them take Chinese 2 at the college. Then once they finish Chinese 2, they'll get 3 years of Chinese. Of course, make sure that they're good enough to do it, or else they'll do really bad in that class. But if they know enough material, they can finish and get um, 3 years of Chinese done as well. So that's the hopefully that helps you there, is the key. Okay. Next one, is it true if you're a biology major, you want to go to med school? Meds don't want to see any classes from community colleges. That's not true. Some of my closest friends are all community college transfers, so not really. I think it depends on which classes count towards the major requirements, right? So do a lot of these classes count towards the pre-med requirements? Some don't. That's why they will have you retake some of the classes once you go to the 4 year school, which is fine. You guys are, if you could be a doctor, you shouldn't be scared of classes. You got to take so many classes for so many more years. That's all too. So let's keep that in mind. It's not, it looked out like some of my closest friends, they are doctors today. They were community college students. So they weren't, that was their path as well too. Should students take dual enrollment as a senior after they apply to colleges? Yes. Here's the cool tip. Senior year, for those who haven't officially clicked submitted yet, like if you're applying to UCs, this December 1st deadline. If you're applying to regular schools, December, January, right? Colleges still want to see that you're maximizing the rigor of your senior year, which means this year, if you can showcase that you're taking a rigor schedule, that's always going to help you. So you can take a spring semester class, tell the college you'll take it, they will acknowledge it, they will keep that in mind. So when you apply, you're good to go. Again, I don't need your high school to count it. That's the big takeaway. I don't care if the high school counts or not. I care if the colleges will. So I would 100% encourage you guys, if you have the space in your schedule, definitely do that, is the key. Would you recommend AP and dual enrollment skipping altogether? Skipping AP altogether. I'll speak from anecdotally. A lot of our kids do both, right? As well too. Again, would a school allow all dual enrollment? Probably not. That's why it's kind of the reason why. Again, the school, there's special schools out there. There's early colleges, middle colleges. They love dual enrollment. So we encourage you to do as much as you can. Your high school probably won't let you do all dual enrollment is the real answer. If you could, I prefer dual enrollment, more for the fact that because you do a dual enrollment, you free up your schedule for other things. That's the real reason why, right? But it's probably a mix of both. So a lot of our students are doing a mix of like APs plus dual enrollment. So for example, let's say someone's doing 4 APs their class. Instead of doing 4 APs, you can do 2 APs, one college in the fall, one college in the spring. On paper, that's still 4 years. So you're still doing the same amount of rigor as these kids with a lot less time, is the key too. If my daughter would have enough dual credits to get my associates, it's better to not formally get the degree and go into college for a bachelor's. Again, the AH is a fun degree to have. Doesn't really mean much unless you're using it for a career. So there's like nursing is a good example of it. There's certain fields where your AA will qualify you to get a job. For most of, I'm assuming, right? So assumptions now. A lot of people here are gonna take this and bring it to the colleges. Focus more on the transfer than the AA. Is my 2 cents, is the key. Okay. High school is not allowed to take college as a high school. Also, how do you get around it? Catherine, that's a great question. Let me go ahead and share my screen one more time to show you guys, because this happens a lot. People are like, oh, my high school won't let me take classes. I'm like, okay. College, what college? Again, let's pick a new one. What community college haven't I talked about yet? Scrolling up. Grossmont, haven't looked that up yet. Grossmont College, Cal-GETC, right? So this is a new college you're looking through. All right, your counselor won't let you take classes that your school offers. Fair. Let's scroll down. They probably offer English. How many high schools actually offer philosophy? Probably not a lot. Look at that. Your school probably doesn't offer communication. Look at that. Does your school offer anthropology? Boom. Does your school offer biology? Is probably there. Econ's probably there as well too. So that's pretty good. Sociology is probably not as common. Psychology is probably common, so you probably can't do that one. That's fine, right? Does your school have an art class? Does your school have a dance class? Do they have an ethnic studies class? Do they have a photography class, a theater arts class? Scrolling down. Do they have Arabic, ASL, Chinese? What else is there? Ethnic studies, German, philosophy. You're seeing the administration of justice, anthropology, child development. It's okay. I do not care if can't double dip, because there's still way more types of classes that the community college offers that your high school doesn't do, because high school is focused on general education. This is more genuine education. That's more wider. So again, if you can't do it, it's cool. There's tons of other classes too to take. Is the key. Hopefully that helps. Next one. Would you recommend taking 6 peers and keep a seventh open for dual enrollment? You want to max out the rigor. That's the strategy, the high level strategy. You want to max out rigor. If you're aiming for a top tier school, you want to match what the top kid in your class is doing. If you're taking 4 AP level courses, you want 4 AP. However you do your schedule is up to you, right? But again, 4 doesn't mean 4 literal APs. It could be like for 2 APs, 2 dual enrollment, 1 AP, 3 dual enrollment, 0, 4, 1, 3. So whatever combination you want, that's what I would do is the key. What if you are in another state applying to UC? How does dual enrollment work? Again, your state has your own IGETC. Do that. That's a higher likelihood it will transfer to the class, to the school as well. So again, just Google state transfer curriculum, state transfer articulation. It'll have a list of classes for you to take at your local community college. There's a good chance that list is transferable. And to double check it, call the UCs up. Hey, I'm gonna take community college classes here. Are these gonna count? They will work with you to figure out these will, these won't. So if you're out of state, do that. If you're in California, just look up the Cal-GETC. You're good to go as well. Okay. Last one. Does APs give you credit for Cal-GETC? No, they do not give you credit for Cal-GETC as well too, because again, it gives you credit for the class in college. So think of it as these are two different inputs to get the same output, right? So we're just doing a different input mechanism to get to the same output that we want to get. Okay. Cool. Was this training fun? If you guys can give me a rating out of 10, 10 being the best, 1 being what a waste of 56 minutes of my time as well. I got 12. Love it. This is one of the topics I'm really passionate about. You guys can see as well too. One of our things we have all of our coaching students kind of try to implement as much as we can. So that's pretty much it for me. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know. If you guys want the notes, text our team. Our team can grab you the notes. If not, we'll release it in a few days, so you guys can grab that as well too. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys on the next session.